Hello, everybody. This is Julie D, and this is Jabbering with Julie Online. And, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm from NordoniaHills.news, in case you didn't know that. This is something I do every Friday. It's about what's happening in the Nordonia Hills area, and I try to keep it to 15 minutes or less. So let's see how I do. So I wanted to start the show with something that we received. We were tagged on Twitter. This young lady, which I don't have her name, but for her birthday, she wanted to organize a litter patrol for her birthday. So between now and next Tuesday, pick up a bag of trash and share it, your pick with hashtag birthday trash bash. And we got tagged on the Twitter handle that you see, Charismatic. I don't know how you pronounce that. But anyways, so I think that's a great example of the young kids in this area and how they're embracing the situation that we're in and making it into something positive. Also, it's a fun way to celebrate your birthday. And there's been a lot of creative ways to do that, that's for sure. Speaking of kids, we have an update on the Lee Eaton project. If I can only figure out where I'm going here. I updated Zoom today, and things are a little bit different. They're not where they normally are. So I'm a little lost, which is, really not unusual. So I'm trying to get the picture of the pavilion for you, and there we are. So as you can see, the pavilion is looking great, and hopefully we'll be able to get back out in the parks and playgrounds. We haven't heard about that, but wow, we have a lot of businesses that finally got permission to open. And here is an example of one of those. I was out riding around today, and Suburban Lash was doing looks like a color job on a customer there. And I saw other salons in town in the works. It was a very rainy day, but if it wasn't rainy, I think if you were driving down 82, you would probably smell, people getting their hair permed and hair dye, because I'm sure that was a very popular thing to do today. Because today, May 15th, was the first day that salons, hair salons, nail salons, and businesses like that could finally open. A lot of things are now going to be able to open. Governor DeWine made a couple announcements this week that made some people very excited. Today, as I said, May 15th, restaurants were finally allowed to open their outside patios. And in all of these openings, obviously there's certain circumstances, certain amount of people allowed, and certain protocols that are going to be followed. Each business is different. And just because we say restaurants and bars can't open their patios doesn't mean they all will. But anyways, it was pouring rain today, so I don't think anybody opened their patio, but they could have. And also on May 21st, restaurants will be allowed to open their restaurants, the inside part. So again, we'll have to see how each individual restaurant handles that. Campgrounds can now open as of May 21st. A lot of people are excited about May 26th. You can now go to the gym. It just depends if your gym is participating in opening that day. But the governor did say that on the 26th, gyms, fitness studios, which includes yoga studios, they may open. Pools and sports leagues, non-contact or low contact. But Joe Clark said today on his usual recording that the school has not heard anything from the Ohio Health Department on when they can open up the baseball fields and parks. So no word on that, but I guess maybe this is like the first step. And the health department is trying to figure out exactly recommendations for the protocols. Also happening on the 26th, horse racing is starting up without an audience. So they'll still be able to do their, the horse racing over there at Norfolk Park. And I guess you'll probably be able to see that through some streaming device. They did make a special announcement that amusement parks and casinos cannot open yet, and they didn't even indicate when we would see that. Child care providers, day camps may open May 31st, and they are definitely cracking down on how many students can be in so many rooms. All that information, you'll have to get the information about your specific daycare provider or camp provider. Like I said, hair salons, barbershops, nail salons may open today, the 15th. And yeah, I already mentioned about the school. So the next thing I wanted to go into, before I go into the next thing, the next section, it's a little bit difficult sometimes for us covering 4 communities. 4 communities have a big umbrella over them. As I mentioned, the school district is like I said, our big umbrella. I mentioned umbrella on a very rainy day. But anyways, the school district is something that all 4 communities have in common. And when I say 4 communities, I mean Macedonia, Norfolk Center, Norfolk Village, and Sagamore Hills. And we are going to start Facebook groups for each one of those communities so they can find very quickly information that we're sharing about those communities. So that's one of the things that we're doing to make things a little better for our fans and followers and whatever you want to call people that read us on a regular basis. We're trying to make it easy for you to find information. And I think the people that live in this area, for example, the people who live in Norfolk Center, should be interested in what's going on in Macedonia. And the people in Macedonia should know what's going on in the village. And people in the village should be interested in Sagamore Hills. Oh, speaking of Sagamore Hills, I was in Sagamore Hills this week. And let's see if you can figure out where I went to. Domino's. Look at this thing I got. Cheesy bread. It's cheesy bread with bacon and jalapeno. And it's bigger than this. I already ripped off a piece because I had to make sure it was okay. And while I was there, oh my goodness, I picked up a pizza. Woo. Well, the box disappears. But good stuff. This one happens to be red pepper, banana pepper, and bacon. See, the bacon ties in with the cheesy bread. See, I know what I'm doing. I got this down. I just wanted to mention that because I really like their pizza. And just recently, they donated free pizzas for first responders. So I thought that was nice of the Sagamore Hills Domino's Pizza to do that. All right, so speaking of communities, we have on our website a community calendar. Many of you may not know that. Let me go to my screen about that. So it's on our website. And click on calendar, it's right somewhere there. And you can see the events for the latest month. You can view it as a month, or you can view it as a list, or you can view it by the day. And I'll scroll down a little bit and show you, even though we don't have any events going on this month, like that we can go to per se, we still have on our calendar the virtual, like for example, the meetings, the council meetings. We have them all listed on our calendar. And we also have the parade on the 21st, right there. So it's Thursday. I'll be talking more about that in a minute. But anyway, so, and then as events, hopefully events can still come up, we will have them add more events on our calendar. Our calendar usually has a lot more events, and like I said, hopefully we'll be able to get those up and running soon. Let's see. I was talking about the school. This next week is their last full week of school. Things will start winding down for them. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the City of Macedonia meeting that they just had recently. In fact, that was last night. If you go on YouTube today and search for City of Macedonia, ta-da, look at this. I'm like right in the middle of their meeting. They had a meeting last night, and the video has their work session. It has a cemetery board meeting and a council meeting. So you have a little bonus. The council part of the meeting was actually the shortest part of the whole thing. But just to give you some highlights of what happened. They did approve on the third reading tax levy renewal. It does not increase taxes. It's like I said, it's a renewal. It's $500,000, and all this does is sends this information to the county. This is not to put it on the ballot. There will be separate legislation so that they can get the wording for the ballot, and then obviously it will go to the voters. But again, this is a tax levy renewal, not increasing taxes, and it was adopted and approved. They also reappropriated some funds to reduce their budget. They reduced it by $3.5 million for this year due to all the cuts. They're disposing of some old IT equipment that was from the 90s. Can you believe that? They had it in some barn. I don't know. So they're going to be getting rid of that equipment. That'll be definitely good. They're going to be canceling a lot of their summer council meetings. They will have meetings, special meetings if they need them, but they decided to do that. The police chief, John Golden, talked a little bit about the parade that's going to happen, like I mentioned, on the 21st, which is Thursday. It's going to be at the high school, in case you haven't heard. We posted the parade route last week, and I will post that again in the description down below. If you want to see more information about that, like I said, it's from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It starts at the high school. It goes all throughout the community, passing by all of the schools, and there's 250 cars going to be in that procession. And obviously they're going to be led by, police and fire vehicles making a big loud noise, and they're hoping that people will be all along the community on the parade route. So that'll be a very big day for this community. High school seniors didn't have like a normal year. They didn't get to attend to a lot of the normal proms and different events. I mean, when you think about being a high school senior, the last month is the best part of your whole 4 years at the high school, and they were denied that. So there's been a lot of different things, and we talked last week how people are adopting seniors and buying them things and giving them cards and wishing them well. And there's going to be more things happening, and we talked about some of that last week too for the seniors. They're going to have an event at a drive-in theater. They're still trying to get together. Maybe they can do a prom. There's going to be commencement. There's going to be awards. There's going to be a lot of still things happening for the seniors. And let's see. Let's see what else I have in my bag of tricks. Like I said, it's got a new thing here with my Zoom updated today. Oh, here, let me put up Domino's. You can look at their menu while I finish out this. So in the Norfolk Village meeting, they talked about how they're applying for a grant for their Smith Park, and they're looking at like $170,000 project. And again, they're trying to raise the money with a grant. So in the very beginning process of applying for that now. They're also working on a video for the veterans banners. And Gary Miller is going to be talking with them about that. And Gary Miller, by the way, is also going to be working on the parade video for the seniors. So that'll be interesting. Norfolk Village is also finishing up on their road construction, Houghton Road project. They actually saved $50,000. It was $50,000 under what it was budgeted for. So good job, well done there. Ledge Road is finally done. Oh, that's amazing that was done. And Dollar General project, as we reported last week, is underway, and they're not anticipating any problems with that project. So anyways, I hope I kept it under 15. We'll see when I stop this thing, but thank you for listening and putting up with Jabbering with Julie online from NordoniaHills.news. Thank you.